Words about his legacy. I'll start with a poem that I read the day after his passing. It's called The Bridge Builder, and it's by William Allen Dromgoole. An old man going the lone highway came at the evening cold and gray to a chasm vast and deep and wide, through which was flowing a sullen tide. The old man crossed in the twilight dim. The sullen stream had no fear for him, but he turned when safe on the other side and built a bridge to span the tide. "Old man," said a fellow pilgrim near, "you're wasting your strength with building here. Your journey will end with the ending day. You never again must pass this way. You crossed the chasm deep and wide. Why build the bridge at evening tide?" The builder lifted his old gray head. "Good friend, in the path I have come," he said, "there followeth after me today a youth whose feet must pass this way. This chasm that has been naught to me, to that fair-haired youth may a pitfall be. He too must cross in the twilight dim. Good friend, I am building the bridge for him." Building for the next one, a reflection on my father. When I think about legacy, what it means to leave something behind that truly matters, I think about my dad. He lived out the message of the Bridge Builder poem, not just in what he said, but in the way he worked, led, and lived. The poem tells a story of an old man who crosses a deep, dangerous chasm at the end of his journey. And he gets to the other side. He doesn't just move on, he turns around and builds a bridge. Not for himself, but for the young man who will one day come along that same path. He knew that the road had been hard and he didn't want the next one to face it alone. The bridge builder was my dad. And I'm one of the men blessed to have that bridge and legacy. For 46 years, he owned and operated the Murray Insurance Agency. He was a second-generation insurance agent, a CPCU, who understood that this business was never really about policies. It was about people. It was about protecting families, supporting local business, and being a steady hand when the storm hit, literally. He built his agency with integrity, grit, and service at the core. And just like the men in the poem, he just didn't build it for himself. He built something that others, me included, could walk into and carry forward. There's a verse in Proverbs that says, "A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children." That's Proverbs 13:22. My dad's inheritance wasn't monetary. It was in the way he did business with honesty, in the way he treated his clients like family, in the way he showed up day in, day out for the community. He left an inheritance of trust. He left an inheritance of service, and he left an inheritance of principle. And he built bridges for his family, for his clients, for his community, because he knew life wasn't just about making it to the other side. It was about making the way smoother for those who would follow. Today, I walk across those bridges every single day. I see his fingerprints in this agency, in the values we still hold, and in the name above the door. And now I think about the bridges I'm building for my own children, for our clients, for the next generation of leaders in this industry, in this town. So I'll end with this. You don't have to be famous to leave a legacy. You just have to be faithful. Build the bridge. Even if no one sees you do it. Even if you'll never walk it again. Because someone coming behind you will. And they'll thank God that they were blessed to have you. Like I was blessed to have Bob Billington.